Hey Roanoke, welcome back, and thank you for joining me today on another episode of If You Noke, You Know, a municipal podcast brought to you by the City of Roanoke. I'm your host, Carol Corbin, and I'm taking you behind the scenes. We meet some of the amazing people who are serving our community and learn a little bit more about how the work they do impacts both our city and you. Today, I have three amazing guests with us, so we're going to kick this episode off by introducing one of my newest coworkers, Helen Ferguson. Helen has previously worked at the Rescue Mission and developed the Healthy Homes Roanoke program, and she is now working out of the city manager's office, and she is playing chess, not checkers. She is our strategic coordinator. Thank you for being on the show today, Helen.
Thanks for having me, Carol.
So, do you understand the reference of she's playing chess, not checkers?
I think so. And I'm a horrible chess player, which makes me a little nervous about that reference.
So no, the reference, I'm not anymore, but I used to be a really big reality TV show fan. CBS, like Survivor, Big Brother, and their whole thing about gameplay was, I'm here to play chess, not checkers.
Well, I think if I was on a reality TV show, I'd probably survive. I would be one of the ones at the end. But yeah, you do not want to play chess with me. I might be all right with checkers.
You'd be all right with checkers? I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Well, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? How long have you been with the city, and what have you enjoyed about working here?
Yeah, so I've been with the city for almost 2 years now. And what I really like about being at the city is it's really a different perspective, and I get to see my community in a different way. So being in nonprofit world, it's really different from city government. And so I like to be able to have a different impact on the community.
Oh, I love that. And so how long have you been with the city? You said about 2 years?
Yes.
How long have you been working as the strategic coordinator?
That's been the joke. It's like almost 60 days, but not quite 60 days. But it's been exciting, and I'm just excited about all the information that's been coming at me. And like I said, it's a great opportunity to learn.
Okay. And so thinking about things you're learning, obviously being the strategic coordinator, the city has a few strategic initiatives. And so in the role that you're in, you're working with those initiatives. So can you talk to us? Let's talk about what those are.
Yeah, so there is a lot of different strategic initiatives in the city. And I'll start by saying I'm not working with all of them.
Okay.
But I am learning from the different teams, and there are a lot of different team efforts going on. So a lot of the teams are overlapping when they're working together with them. So there's one for budgeting and equitable outcomes, organizational diversity and equity and inclusion. There's a capital improvement plan. There's succession planning happening. Yeah. There's workplace policies happening, community engagement refresh, economic development restructuring. There's a workforce refresh. There's mental health and well-being plan that's happening. There's a whole of government response, a gun violence response, and a homelessness response, all happening under this big umbrella of strategic initiatives. And that doesn't include the different initiatives that are happening within each department.
That sounds like you're going to be very busy. I know you said you're not working with all of them right now, but what kind of projects have you been working on since you've been in this role?
Yeah, so I'm working specifically with the whole of government response, the gun violence response, and the homelessness response, which is a big chunk because there are lots of other small initiatives within those. Mm-hmm. And one in particular that's really exciting is the gun lock program that's happening. Yes. And so that's really exciting. And then also I'm working on a lot of other small projects within the different initiatives within the departments, mm-hmm. Which means we're applying for some grants to be able to help out some different things that are happening within the city.
That's the thing that I've noticed, in the couple months since you've been as the strategic coordinator. You are the grant guru, because I've noticed you are good at researching the back end of what the requirements of the grant are, and then what sort of goals we have to meet those requirements, and are we doing that, and what kind of money's been spent. You are very on top and structured of meeting, the whole picture of what getting a grant and using a grant is like. And that's not something that, I have seen or been a part of since I've been here. So I've loved to see that. And I've loved to see what you've been able to bring to the team in that way.
Well, thank you. Yeah, so I don't know that I'm a grant guru, but I will tell you, coming from my nonprofit background, sometimes money is hard to find. And so one of the things that I did when I first came into this role is I tried to meet with everybody I was working with to figure out what they're really doing, because I think there are missed opportunities. I think the city has great access to a great organization called National League of Cities, and sometimes the emails can be overwhelming because you get like 3 or 4 emails a day, but there are lots of things mentioned in there, and sometimes if you just stop long enough to read the email, click the article, it sends you down a rabbit trail, but you're like, oh, there's funding for that. Do we have something that matches? And that's where I go down asking these questions. Okay, wait, are we doing this? Are we doing that? Can we meet those criteria? And, I hope that we're successful in some of the grants that we're applying for, because that means we can do more things for our community.
I love that. So you mentioned that you're working on the gun lot campaign, which I am also working on, which our producers, RVTV, are also working on. Shout out RVTV. And so that falls under the sort of umbrella of our response to gun violence and sort of a whole of government response. And that'll lead us into our next guest. But before I introduce our next guest, I have the final question for you, Helen. This is the big one. This is the one you're not prepared for. Take a moment. Okay. Would you rather complete the toughest road race in America, the Blue Ridge Marathon, twice in back-to-back days, or be required to do an hour of goat yoga every day for 2 years?
Oh, gosh. Well, considering I volunteer at marathons and triathlons, and I've never really seen goat yoga completely, I'm going to go with the Blue Ridge Marathon back-to-back for 2 days, because I feel like I could train for that. I could prepare my body for that. And after the 2 days, it'd be done.
It'd be done. Yep. Says a lot. It says a lot about what you would do. I love the theory of goat yoga. I love the cute pictures of goat yoga. Goat yoga in practice for me is never as cute as the pictures. So yeah, that was the toughest question of the day, is whether or not you would do that marathon twice or do goat yoga.
Yeah, I can prepare for that. I can strategically plan for how to get through those 2 days and then be done.
I love it. Thank you, Helen, for being on the show with us today. I'm so glad we've gotten to introduce you to all of our listeners and kind of let people know the strategic initiatives that the city's looking at.
Thank you so much for having me.
Wonderful. So next up, we have a couple of repeat guests and a few of my favorites. They need no introduction, but they're going to get one because they are my fellow marketing communications compatriots in the city. We have none other than Amanda Taylor with Roanoke Public Libraries and Molly Hagan from Play Roanoke in the studio today to talk to us about the city's summer programs. Molly and Amanda, welcome back.
Thank you.
It's good to be here.
I love repeat guests, because you kind of already know the flow and you already know that this is really a conversation, and we pull this together at the last minute saying, hey, let's let people know about these summer programs, which are a part of that gun violence prevention framework that we have. How do we keep kids busy in the summer, give them something to do? So talk to us a little bit about what programs are going to be available. We have some that are free and some that are paid.
Yeah, for Parks and Recreation, Play Roanoke, we have some summer camps that are paid. We try to work really hard to make them really high quality while being very affordable. And then we offer a lot of free programs throughout the summer as well. So we've got a wide variety. One of the big ones is Summer Fun at Washington Park. This is going to take place at Upper Washington Park all summer long. It's every Monday through Friday from 2 to 5 p.m. While the new pool is being built, which is going to be starting soon, we want to offer some programs for kids to have fun in the summer while that pool is in progress. And so it's all free. It's going to be, we're having inflatables and like water elements in the park. It's going to be in the upper part up by the basketball court area. And every Friday, we're actually going to have a DJ and food. So that's super fun. Going to be a great time. And it starts June 17th and runs all summer long.
I love, personally, just like seeing kids dancing, like when DJs are like playing music at festivals and like kids are so uninhibited, like they do not care if their dancing is crazy or not. And it's the best thing to see. That's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. We're really looking forward to that kicking off soon, just as soon as school's out pretty much. And then we also have As you know, we offer the fireworks every year. So we're doing the city fireworks, and we're doing what we're calling the Freedom Festival again this year. Yeah. Free festival at River's Edge Park. It's going to be on July 5th. So that'll be really fun. Look for more information on that soon.
July 5th is a Friday, right?
It's a Friday. That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Heading into the weekend, get a little fireworks, a little bit of fun. Amanda, what about what's happening at the libraries?
What isn't happening at the library?
Touché.
Do you know what I mean? So our summer reading program kicks off June the 8th. We kick off like we do every year with our Ride and Read event at the Williamson Road Branch Library, which is our Touch a Truck. So if you've been to a Touch a Truck before, you should come out to ours. It's a lot of fun. And we have free food and free events and free face painting. Everything the library does is totally free always. And that's really important to us. Even a room reservation is free for anybody. So it's important for us to build that kind of equity and make sure everybody has the opportunity to do everything they want to do at the libraries.
Love it.
So we start June the 8th at Ride and Read, and that's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Williamson Road Branch Library. And then we head into the full swing of summer. It's 250 programs in a 7-week period. Remember, we're closed one day a week, too. So that's... It's a lot going on. So if you say there's nothing to do except on Sundays when you can enjoy a park just as easily, right? If you say there's nothing to do for you or your family Monday through Saturday, then clearly you haven't checked out your local libraries because there is something going on. And the cool thing is there's a bingo card this year. It's the same one no matter your age. So from birth to 125, same bingo card. You need to get 4 in a row. And then you're eligible to be an entry for all of these cool prizes, like $125 gift card to Liberty Trust, if you were an adult and you wanted like a fun night out. Or if you're a mom and your kid has swim lessons like mine and you really want a bog bag, but you just cannot pay the $100 for the bog bag, that's an option too. And then we have fun, like, kids square passes for like an annual pass, all these really fun, cool things on that brochure. Some of our really exciting programs this year, something new that we're doing that I'm most excited about, is a company called We Throw Foam. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
Okay. It's this big company, think like fire trucks full of foam, and they literally just shoot it everywhere. And then you just get to play in all of this foam. And it's like you're also kind of bathing your kid at the same. I feel like as a mom, I'm like, could I get 2 things out of this? Yeah. But we have all kinds. We have magic camp happening, and we throw foam. Of course, we've got our regular story time. So some libraries will break for the summer for story time. We don't do that. So if you're used to going to story time at Tuesday, 11 o'clock at Melrose, it'll be every Tuesday at 11 o'clock at Melrose still. And then we feed kids every single day, Monday through Saturday. They get a snack and they get a lunch. No matter what, you just have to be 18 or under.
So 250 programs. We obviously can't go over all of that today, or our podcast will run over. And I know we only have a certain amount of time in here today. Where can people go to find these programs and know what's happening each week, each day? How can they find it out?
So starting June 1st, we'll have a booklet printed off, and you can get them at any local library. That'll have the bingo card built in as well. It also has a shout out to our friends at Parks and Recreation. So if you want to look at some of their cool things going on, their little ad is in our booklet this year as well. Awesome. So it's kind of a one-stop shop for all of those fun things happening over the summer. You can also go online. You can visit us at roanokeva.gov/read. The community partnership community programs. Is
community
that what?
Programs,
Thank you. The community programs page will have a link to that, as including the park stuff. And then, you can visit our Facebook as well. We make events for everything. We'll update in case there's a crazy weather thing, or, you never know in the summer what's happening. But yeah, we'd love for you to follow us on Facebook at Roanoke Public Libraries and Instagram as well.
Okay, and before we head back to some of the other fun events happening at parks, I was putting a mental pin in this. We have to go back. What is a bog bag? That has nothing to do with anything, but what in the world?
Okay, so think of Croc shoes.
Okay.
Right? That same like EVA like material. And it's literally just like a structured bucket bag. So, and it's got holes in it, and you can buy all these little peg things to like make it adjustable for you, and dividers and cell phone holders, and you can just take it to the beach and rinse it out and then bring it back right.
It's like a tote, but it stands up on its own, right?
Yeah,
like it doesn't flop down.
And I guess easily cleanable and waterproof and all the things. Okay.
All of the things.
Okay.
So, and like if a melted candy bar gets in it, which we had Rest in peace to our Trolls backpack over the weekend. But there was the Milano cookie melt. There was no coming back from it in the fuzzy Trolls backpack. So something like this, you can just spray out.
That's
so
perfect.
It's parent and even, Dog Mom 101.
Dog Mom 101.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dogs like to get into everything, as anyone who works with me has known in the past 2 weeks. All right. Taking that pen out. Molly, we're coming back to you. So we talked about fun in Washington Park, but what are some of the other events that people can get into this summer? People, specifically our kids. What can our kids get into this summer?
Yeah. Some stuff is for all ages, of course, but then we also have stuff specifically for kids. One thing we're doing also all summer long, it's every Thursday. It's going to happen at Horton Park, so hit up, the library. And also you can do Horton Hoops, which is going to be a basketball program. It's pickup games every Thursday starting June 13th. This is with the Roanoke Police Department and Envision Center. There's also going to be like music, food, speakers, like more than just pickup basketball games, but we're really excited for that.
Is there an age limit on that?
It's 13 to 18. Okay. Yeah. So it is designed for older kids. We imagine a lot of families will come too. So
Sure.
It's, going to be a fun time with all the other stuff going on beyond the pickup games. And again, you have the whole park to enjoy in the library right there, which is great. And then we also have a new program that I'm excited about. It's called Cave Sim. It's basically a simulated caving experience. So it's hard to explain and describe, but it's, if you've ever gone caving with Play Roanoke or with someone else, you know that it's a really unique experience exploring an underground environment. And it may not be for everyone in that wild caving experience, but this is a free mobile caving experience. It's going to pop up 2 places this summer. It's going to be in Wasena Park and Washington Park, both July. It's July 12th and 13th. And it's free. It's for the whole family. And it's like interactive, educational, all things rolled into one. So I'm really excited. It's very, very unique. And again, it's free. So just come on, try it out, see if you like it.
See if you like it. That is a really interesting idea because, we have, Dixie Caverns and the Ray Caverns like close by, which are obviously very big and friendly to experience.
Yes, very beginner friendly for caving.
Experience. But my dad was very big into caving when I was growing up. And like those caves in the wild, like no ma'am. Like you literally could take a turn and all of a sudden the space to get through is like half the size of your body. And you don't even know what's on the other side. So this is a great way to see like interactive, what is this experience going to be like without having to get terrified.
Exactly. And if you love it, we offer a wild caving program so we can take you and guide you so you're not like trying to figure it out on your own. Our guides are very, very familiar with the caves we go to. So
perfect.
It's super fun if you do like it when you try out this
love it.
Very easy experience.
Very easy
intro.
Experience. Yeah. Intro level.
Yes.
Perfect. What else do we have going on in parks?
So beyond that, we have a lot of summer camps. And so the week-long like summer camp programs that we offer, we have a handful of those. And these are our paid programs. Again, we try to keep them as affordable as we can. The biggest one is all summer long. It's our summer play camp, which is basically it's the after school equivalent in the summer. So we offer it at our 3 recreation centers, Eureka, Preston, and Granite Court. And we offer it starting June 17th, runs all summer through August 9th during the weekdays. And it's all day long, which is great. It's from 7:30 a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. It's like full day. And they get breakfast, lunch, and a snack. And it's $125 a week. So it's still pretty affordable for full day care for a full week. And these programs include so many things like just fun activities, generally arts and crafts, sports and games. They take field trips. They get to go to the city pool at Fallon Park. Our climbing wall will pop up every now and then. So it's super, super fun. And then we have 2 outdoor focused camps. Those are for ages, 8 to 11, and one is for ages 12 to 14. These are like outdoor adventure based. So you're going to be kayaking, mountain biking, hiking, going to Carvin's Cove, things like that. And there's a few of them throughout the summer. I think we have 5 total programs. Those tend to fill up really fast. So I would recommend if you're interested, getting on the ball and signing up.
And where can people go to sign up for that?
PlayRoanoke.com. Like you can find it basically on our homepage. So it's pretty easy to find. And then we also have one soccer camp this summer. We're really excited. It's pairing with Brazilian United soccer. And it's going to be in July at River's Edge Park. Full week of soccer. You can do full or part day options, and it's for ages, I think, 4 through 16. So a lot of options there.
And tie back to a previous episode that we had, and I'm not sure if you know this already, but last year Parks and Rec had one of our summer interns, and that intern was really big into like taking the kids on those field trip experiences from camps. And I didn't know, do you know if you guys have an intern this year that might be doing that
I
too?
think we will, but I don't know if it's been
Not
like
yet.
figured out yet. Yeah,
Gotcha.
but we usually do, so I'd be surprised if not.
Gotcha. Yeah, I love that sort of tie-in. Community engagement's also getting an intern this year, so we may have an intern in here doing a podcast all on their own from the perspective of, you know, somebody coming from college and what are they learning as they navigate sort of this local government experience. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to regale any of you with my rendition of School's Out for Summer, because that was my initial thought of introducing this segment. You guys did it much better than I did. If there was one thing for either of you that you would want to make sure that somebody listening took away for what they can do this summer, what would it be?
Oh gosh, I think if you're listening to the podcast, you might be interested in like this kind of technology, right?
Yeah.
And we have wonderful recording studios at both Raleigh Court and the Melrose Library. And we have a really awesome video game music engineer who has won all types of awards. His name is Chase Bethia. And he's going to be doing like a virtual call on how he builds that music and how he kind of got into it. So kids who are really interested, or adults who are really interested in video games or even like sound engineering or any of those things, I would definitely think that's something that you would want to come out and see. And also they're doing, this is a really cool musical program at Melrose where they're building like cigar box harmonica or guitars and really fun things all summer long. So I would say if you're into podcasts, musical engineering, that sort of thing, check out the Melrose Library. They have a really cool slate of things happening this summer geared toward that.
Excellent. And Molly, what
I
about
would just
you?
remind folks our parks are open from 6 to 11 every day. So there are many parks in the city. Most of them are within walking distance of all of our residents. So if you haven't hit up a local park or you don't know where your parks are, I would definitely recommend playroanoke.com. You can find lots of parks. We also have a lot of playgrounds for the kids. And we've replaced, I think, 10 in the past couple years. So lots of good facilities and opportunities to get outside and just play.
Putting Molly on the spot, and I expect a real answer from you. I have asked you in the past, what is your favorite park? And your answer has been the one that's closest to where you live, because that is generally people's favorite parks. However, top 3 parks in the city.
Okay, that's a good one. Well, I'm going to probably going to have to say Carvin's Cove, just because you can do so many things there. You can mountain bike, you can hike, you can just sit and have a beautiful picnic, you can row your boat. Carvin's Cove probably, I mean, let's be honest, it's a shining star for us in the city. And then beyond that, 2 more. I love Elmwood Park. I've really come to love it even more over the years, just knowing the work that our staff puts into it, the mowing schedule, the plantings, the events that we put on and the events we support that others put on at Elmwood Park. It's a really cool facility that we have, and right by the library. And the Peter Pan playground is like just beautiful, and I love it. So
I was just thinking about how many places in the city are there where you have like a park
There's
library
a few,
combination. Yeah.
So like Melrose Library, we've got Belmont, and I'm sure there's ones I'm missing, but those are the ones that come to mind. Main library. Yeah. And then if I had a third, let's see, I'm gonna go with Fishburne Park. Because again, you can do so many different things there. You can play in the creek. You can hike. There's great hiking. I like hiking. So anything with like trails are going to be something that really I love. And then also got a brand new playground recently. Has some nice courts. And yeah, it's a wonderful park.
Yeah, I love that. So the trails at Fishburne and like the Murray Run. I don't know if it's a greenway.
It's the greenway. Murray Run Greenway. It's the only non-paved greenway.
Right.
So it's a natural surface.
And that, back when I used to run a lot more, I now walk more than I run. I used to love that because you get that trail running experience in the city. Like
it's
that
beautiful,
was one of the best places to do it. So yeah, excellent answers.
Also very close to the Raleigh Court Library. So libraries there's a
We're
lot of libraries
everywhere.
and a lot of parks in this city. So
park library connection needs to be explored.
It's a good combo.
A little bit more. Yeah.
Well,
thank you all for joining me today on If You Noke, You Know. And Roanoke, check out your local libraries. Go on to playroanoke.com. Find out what's happening this summer. And If you need to safely secure your weapon, we also have gun locks available at those local libraries and at the police department and the Department of Social Services. They're everywhere. Come out and check us out. June 8th, we have the Ride and Read. We've got summer fun happening at parks, and we'll catch you in June. See you later.